It's all yours.
All right. Welcome, everyone. This is the Professional Services Committee meeting for ALCOSAN. Today is November 13th, 2025, and we will begin with a roll call. Ms. Prater,
Emily Kincaid, Dr. Shanna Tharp Gilliam, Pat Katina,
Here.
Sylvia Wilson.
here.
That concludes the roll call.
All right, thank you so much. All right, moving on. We have no informational items today, so we are going to move right into our action items. We have four. The first is a motion to recommend the approval of a service authorization for JMT under the Agreement for Engineering Consultant Services for an amount not to exceed $255,770 to perform the scope of services for the construction management services for the manhole improvement contract, which is contract number 1816. Miss Williams.
Madam Chair, the board awarded services to JMT last month. We're bringing you the fee. It's a cryptic contract, manhole improvements. It is just that, manhole improvements. Mike, talk about it a bit, please. Unmute, Mike. Unmute. Come back, Mike. Mike,
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
mute.
Now we see
Can you hear
and
me?
hear you. Yes.
Sorry, everyone.
All good.
Thank you, Arletta. Madam Chair. Yeah, the manhole improvements, a lot of these regionalized sewers, they have very, periodic manhole placements. And you got a lot of manholes, you got a lot of stretches where you got, maybe 1,000 feet or 2,000 feet where you don't have any access. And without access, you can't televise the lines, you can't forecast what repairs to do. And we have a number of those as we're acquiring more and more regionalized sewers. We're up to like 65 miles of regionalized sewers currently. So this contract was awarded independent enterprises back in September. It was basically a $2.8 million contract. Had a number of manholes in it already, many in Homestead, many in some in Munhall, and we're proceeding, methodically with this contract, and we need a CM to help us monitor the contractor, provide resident inspection services. So this fee award represents, a monetary fee that's appropriate for the contract size that we're looking at.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions?
I'll make that motion.
Well, thank you. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, it is approved and will be presented to the full board later. Item B is a motion to recommend modification of service authorization 289 to CDM to continue as program director to assist ALCOSAN in the implementation of the Clean Water Plan for an amount not to exceed $9,867,377. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, CDM Smith has been with us for quite some time. The service they provide is, it is really hard to put a value on it. Director Kim, please speak to what the program director brings.
Thank you, Arletta. Yeah, so CDM Smith, like Arletta said, they're our program director with respect to the Clean Water Plan implementation. And some of the services that they provide under this contract are regulatory compliance. So they are our lead coordinator with the agencies when we're asking for revisions, when we're communicating updates, including the annual CD progress report, which is an important component of showing our progress. They have been helping with the cultural resources review, which is actually a really important part of all of the tunneling. And certainly haven't done it at this scale prior. So they also work with the program administration and controls and the financial and strategic planning to make sure we're in a good shape to financially and report and move forward with these really big projects, as well as updating our model, hydraulic model that will show that the projects are right-sized for the problems out there that we're trying to address, and support the flow monitoring to right-size the designs and make sure that the projects are doing what they're supposed to be doing, as well as the water quality model, which will truly be how we show that the clean water plan does improve the water quality of the rivers and streams in the region. So that's a little bit of what they do under the program director contract. This is for an additional 3 years of that support. These are obviously an important 3 years. We'll have another revision going into the agencies, and then all of the other requirements with respect to reporting that we're already doing, they've been able to support us on.
Okay, thank you. Any questions?
I will make that motion.
All right, I second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We move on to item C, which is a motion to recommend modification of service authorization 325 for ADS Environmental Services to include a 12-month no-cost extension to continue flow monitoring work associated with the Municipal Source Control Program. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, as the committee knows, we have in-house flow monitoring capabilities. However, our needs and support of our municipal needs far exceed any in-house capacity. Because of that, we have ADS on a contract, which Mike will speak to. Mike.
Thanks, Arletta, Madam Chair. Yeah, this is on-call wastewater flow monitoring. As Arletta stated, we use on-call flow monitoring for a number of purposes. You know, one of those purposes is for the Municipal Source Control Program, monitoring performance. Another purpose is to validate some of the ORT, High River Tunnel, and Allegheny River Tunnel designs. We've installed monitors in those sewers just to make sure we're hitting the required design level of service with those tunnels. We use them to support some of the municipal flow reduction activities that are ongoing by the municipalities. So there's a number of purposes that we seek ADS for to help out. This modification, this service authorization began in 2022, late 2022. They were only about half expended with their funds. We're looking to extend this no cost until later next year, at which point we'll probably come back with a request for additional funds, in part to support additional designs as well as some of the municipal source reduction efforts.
Thank you, Mike. Are there any questions?
No, but I'll make that motion.
I second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We'll move on now to item D, which is a motion to recommend modification of service authorization 386 for GAI to include a 12-month no-cost time extension for design services associated with capital project S494 gate replacements. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, again, this is a modification, so a continuation of service. GAI has had this contract for 2 years now, and we've not made as much progress as we would have liked to. However, we are making progress. And Mike will speak to what's coming up next. Talk about the 3 contracts, Mike.
Thank you, Arletta. Madam Chair, I could talk probably ad nauseum about flap gates.
Yes.
Yeah, and in fact, I'd like to give
I've heard some of that before, Mike.
I'd like to give a presentation, maybe come early next year on some of the progress we made over the years. These gates are so important to our system, and they really reduce costs here at the plant because, when the river comes up, or even sometimes when the river doesn't come up, these gates just, if they're not sealing properly, they can inundate the system. They provide additional flow for us to treat. It's extraneous water that comes into our system, and when we're trying. I've been here for 17 years. We've been on a glide path to try to eliminate the water that's coming into the system. So, like I said, I could talk ad nauseum about the gate projects. This particular project with GAI, we're anticipating 3 contracts with them. Some of this, as Arletta says, has been delayed. We got a little bit of a slow start on some of the investigations, as well as some of the permit requirements. If you recall, last month there was a motion on the board agenda for a submerged land license agreement that's associated with the flap gates contract. So DEP has been, I think, sort of amping up some of their permit requirements lately along the rivers, and we've been forced to deal with some of that. Currently, again, this is a no-cost time extension. ADS has utilized about half of their $1.2 million budget, and although we may need additional monies come late next year to finish up the contracts 2 and 3, we're not anticipating a lot of money, but I think we're in a good spot. They don't need any money until well in the next year. They've been using their money very, very prudently. So we would request that they be granted a 12-month time extension for their work.
Thank you so much. We look forward to your flapgate information.
For presentation.
Yeah, we'll look forward to that next.
I'll show you warp gates. I'll show you broken gates with holes in them.
Well, it was interesting before, so the visuals help. All right, I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
Okay, any questions?
No questions. I'll make that motion.
I second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you so much. All right, this actually concludes our Professional Services Committee meeting for today. There is no new business, and our next meeting is December the 4th, and we will adjourn. Thank you all for all that you do to put all this together for us.
Thank you.